And same for this one as well, I've picked another one as well. And again, you can't really see that the author says, the marker has put this, you need to read harder referencing. This isn't harder referencing at all. I'm also seeing there's an awful lot of web internet addresses. And the internet references are fine, because for your research, a lot of it will be internet based. However, in these, when it came to the literature review, when it came to the methodology, there was no literature within them. And those are the books, those are the study books, those are the books on research methods that you need to get. And I've asked the students, year 1 and year 2, you've said the books are in the library. So you need to access those texts. You must make sure that you've got some literature base. Certainly if you, in classes, the first is if you're using a diagram, or if you're using a concept or a model to base your dissertation on, then that model, that concept, that's who else's work needs to be referenced, and you need to show understanding of that. So you're going to have to use books as well as the internet. Okay? And journals are a good source too. This hasn't come out very well, so I've just taken this with the webcam. This is from the bunch of scripts there. And on the front cover there's the mark sheet. Yeah, so you hand your work in, it comes back and you see a mark sheet. Are you aware of this? Yeah? It looks like that. Students see this, yeah? This is what I'm referring to. And all I've done is I've just taken a picture of a section. The reason why this is probably for faculty more rather than students here. The reason why I picked this one out is the ticks are here. There's tick, 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 tick. Okay, and these marking criteria have good intentions, and there are a place for them. There's a place for them for us as academics to mark, and as opposed to spread the marks evenly around, okay, to inform us in what we are looking for when we're marking, okay, and also for students yourselves that you know where you think marks can be allocated. The problem that I have with something like this, or the issues that I think the external examiner raised as well, is that we normally wouldn't expect these polars to take place, these polar opposites, distinctions here, failures in here, because, let me just make sure I can refresh myself with these headings now. This one here says, this is about discussion, the proposal layout, discussion of the problem and aims and objectives. Okay? But here it talks about referencing. And here it talks about discussion of the project plan and talking to other people's work. My issue with this would be is that if no reference has been done and no linkage, no scaffolded to academic papers which you've done before, I'm unclear. I don't think you'll be able to get to distinction. Because the idea might be okay, but if it's not linked to literature, if it's not based within an academic framework, then I wouldn't be able to give this a distinction. So what I'm saying is that although they are separate issues within an assignment, actually they're very interlinked. And I'll be looking at an assignment as a whole thing. This gives me guidance to say, right, okay. And this is fine in the tutor saying that actually your ideas are very good. Your ideas are sharp, but the problem is that your academic underpinning is very poor. What I would expect is, and this is the type of example I would expect, and this is the message I'm giving to students here, is that I would expect to see that these marks are more bunched together rather than separated. And it might be because of these things here, these errors, these many things haven't gone into distinction. So I'm trying to say to students here is that although you might have very, very good ideas of research, and you may have put a lot of time into the research, you may have done some very effective research, if it's not linked to some of those, the higher order thinking skills, if it's not linked to an academic underpinning, then it's going to affect your other bits. It's going to affect your grade no matter how creative. It's still going to have a drag effect on your overall grades, and it's still going to pull down. And that's the issue with some of the research methods, which the faculty have asked me to speak about, which is why I think pull those down, because of some of this areas here. Okay. Which again is linked back to how we started this morning with links to higher order thinking skills. Where's the demonstration? You can only give you marks for what you've done.